I'm going to be honest with you, if your food stockpile looks like everyone else's stockpile, you're going to feel the pain first. Because when something kicks off, the crowd doesn't prepare, the crowd copies. And they all rush to the exact same aisle: pasta, rice, beans, tins. But here's the weird part: during the last few proper wobbles, the shelves that stayed weirdly stocked weren't the main aisles. It was the food people overlooked, the foods that feel almost too normal. And that's what I'm going to show you today. 7 foods I keep that most people ignore, not because I'm trying to be clever, but because they're cheap, easy to rotate, and they keep you functioning when life goes sideways. Number 4 is the one I reach for when morale is dipping. And number 7 is the one that quietly makes your entire stockpile go further. Welcome back to Charlie's Survival. Quick one: if you want more UK realistic prep, not doom fantasy, no bunker nonsense, subscribe and drop a comment if you want me to do a follow-up video where I turn these into a full 7-day meal prep using normal UK shops. Right, let's go. Why this list matters. Let me say this clearly, rice and beans are fine, I've got them too. This video isn't don't buy the basics. This video is about what happens after you've got the basics. Because the basics are the exact food that disappears when everyone panic buys. And there's another side to prepping nobody talks about enough. You just don't need calories, you need morale, you need variety, you need fats. You need food that actually feels like food. Because when people are stressed, tired, cold, and bored of the same meal, that's when arguments start. That's when people make bad decisions. That's when you stop eating properly. So these 7 foods are my quiet advantage. They're not flashy, they're not tactical, they're just smart. Alright, number 1. 1. Stock cubes / bouillon, flavour insurance. This is the most boring sounding one, but it might be the most powerful. Stock cubes, bouillon, chicken, beef, veg, miso cubes, whatever you like. Here's why they matter. In an emergency, your main staples are usually bland: rice, lentils, beans, oats, pasta. And bland food does something dangerous. It kills your appetite and your mood. People start skipping meals without noticing because it's just not worth it. A stock cubes turn survival food into something that feels warm and familiar. How I use them: crumble one into rice while it cooks. Add to lentils and you've basically got a soup base. Hot water in a cube equals a quick salty broth when you're cold. And here's the little hack: get them out of those cardboard boxes. Cupboards get damp. Put them into a jar or tub. Keep them dry. Rotate occasionally. You're not prepping food here. You're prepping the ability to eat the food you already have. Number 2 is tiny, cheap, ignored, and it covers a nutritional gap most people don't notice until they feel awful. 2. Dried seaweed, the micronutrient add-on. People hear seaweed and think it's a weird health trend, but as a prep food it's brilliant because it's lightweight, shelf stable, compact, and it upgrades meals instantly. Seaweed is one of those foods that can help add micronutrients into a very carb-heavy diet. What I actually keep: nori sheets, easy, mild, doesn't scare anyone. Wakame, great in soups. Dulse flakes, salty, sprinkleable. How I use it: crumble 1 sheet of nori into rice or noodles, add wakame to soup. Sprinkle dulse over potatoes. A real-world reminder: iodine content varies by seaweed type. Nori tends to be the gentler option, but don't go mad with the strong kelp-style ones if you're sensitive. Just rotate it like normal food. This is one of those quiet foods people ignore, which means it often stays on the shelf longer. Now, number 3 is what you want when you're missing one thing that changes everything: bread. 3. Potato flour, bread without the bread. Not potato crisp, not instant mash, potato flour. This is old school, make from almost nothing stuff. In a disruption, bread becomes a morale issue. People can eat rice and beans, sure, but what they want is something that feels normal, something you can dip, wrap, fry, snack on. Potato flour gives you options. Fast emergency flatbread. Potato flour, water, pinch of salt. Mix it, pan fry it, done. You can also use it as a thickener for soups and stews. When your meals are watery and sad, thickening them makes them feel more filling. Storage tip: don't keep it in a thin bag if you're storing longer term. Jar or airtight tub in a cool, dark cupboard. Rotate like everything else. If you want to see the actual gear I keep alongside this food setup, water, power, torches, the boring but essential stuff, I've got my Charlie Survival Amazon kit list in the description. Go check it out after this video. It's basically my baseline kit so you don't have to overthink it. And right after that, I've also got a free blackout checklist. The link is in the pinned comment. Download it, save it, print it if you want. Because when a blackout hits, you don't want motivation, you want a checklist. Right, back in. 4. Proper instant noodle blocks. Sanity in a packet. And listen, I'm not saying live on them, I'm saying they're one of the best morale foods you can store for the space they take. Because you can have 1,000 calories of staples and still feel miserable. A hot bowl of noodles changes your mood fast. Warm, salty, spicy if you want. Feels like a meal, not a punishment. The key is don't buy the absolute bottom tier ones if you hate them. Buy the ones you'd actually eat. Go to an Asian supermarket or even a decent Whole Foods aisle and grab flavours you like. I like having a mix, something wild, something spicy, something comfort. Why this works in reality. When everyone panic buys, they clean the main aisles, but lots of people don't even think to hit international stores. Storage. Keep them in a plastic tub so they don't get crushed and they stay dry. And number 5 is the one most survivalists and preppers accidentally missed because it's not about flavour, it's about fat. 5. Canned coconut milk. Calories that feel good. This is a big one because most stockpiles are heavy on carbs and light on fats. And fats matter for energy, warmth, feeling full, and just keeping your brain working properly under stress. Coconut milk is an easy way to boost calories without needing a fridge. How I use it. Stir it into rice, instantly feels richer. Add it to lentils, suddenly it's a proper dish. Quick curry base with spices and stock cubes. Add to soup to make it more filling. It also helps you stretch meals. You can take a basic pot and make it feel like something you'd actually choose to eat. Storage. Cool, dark place, rotate and don't keep damaged cans. Now, number 6 is what I call the calm fat because it doesn't rely on your fridge. 6. Ghee, the stable cooking fat. Ghee is basically clarified butter, less water, fewer milk solids, which tend to make it more stable than normal butter. And in a real blackout or disruption, butter becomes annoying fast, it melts, it goes weird, it relies on refrigeration. Ghee is easier to keep, easier to use, and it transforms basic food. The simple survival comfort meal. Hot rice plus salt plus a spoonful of ghee. That's it, it tastes like actual comfort. It also helps with cooking, frying, pan breads, potatoes, eggs. It's versatile. Storage. Keep it sealed, cool, dark. Use common sense. If it smells off, don't use it. But as fats go, it's one of the more prep-friendly options that still feels normal. Now, number 7. This is the one that makes your stockpile go further because it changes how full you feel and works with basically anything. 7. Chia seeds, the no-cook stretch trick. This one is sneaky because it doesn't look like a survival food, but it acts like an add-on that makes meals feel bigger. Chia does 3 useful things. No cook, you can eat it raw, sprinkle it or soak it. It thickens. It turns watery meals into something more filling. It helps with that constant hunger feeling. The gel slows things down and can make basic meals more satisfying. How I actually use it. Add to oats, stir into porridge, sprinkle into soups to thicken. Soak in water and add a bit of honey or jam if you've got it. Simple dessert morale win. Also, it's easy to store and rotate because it's just seeds. Jar, lid, cool cupboard. Again, this doesn't replace protein, it just makes your staples feel more complete and helps you stretch what you already have. So those are the 7 foods I hide, not because I'm trying to be some prepper wizard, but because those are the foods people ignore. Stock cubes, dried seaweed, potato flour, proper instant noodles, canned coconut milk, ghee, and chia seeds. They're cheap, they're practical, they rotate into normal life, and they make your stockpile livable. If you want to build your setup out properly, go check out my Charlie Survival Amazon kit list. It's the simplest way to copy my baseline gear without overthinking it. And don't forget, the free blackout checklist is in the pinned comment. Download it today, future you will genuinely thank you. If you enjoyed this, smash the like button and subscribe for more UK survival and preparedness content. And comment below one item that you would hide. I'd love to hear what you say. Now click this video on screen now to learn about the 10 cities that will fall in a financial shock. Click it and I'll see you over there.